guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Bukume Bike Crow. So guys, we're going to be checking out a video together titled Jordan Peterson Completely Destroys Feminist Narrative. So let's watch.
So that's my idea of the patriarchy, which is a system of male dominance of society.
Yeah, but that's not my sense of the patriarchy.
So what's yours?
Well, in what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labour.
Very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society. There's nothing about that that's vaguely appropriate.
But I could say equally well that most rape victims are women. Terrible things happen to people of both sexes.
And you could say that with perfect utility, but that doesn't provide any evidence for the existence of a male-dominated patriarchy.
Well,
it just means that terrible things happen to both genders, which they certainly do.
But there are almost no women who rape men, for example. So that is an asymmetry there in sexual violence.
Well, yes, there's an asymmetry in all sorts of places, but that doesn't mean that Western culture is a male-dominated patriarchy. The fact that there are asymmetries has nothing to do with your basic argument.
No, but you might
This is a trope that people just accept. Western society is a male-dominated patriarchy. It's like, no, it's not. That's not true. And even if it has a patriarchal structure to some degree, the fundamental basis of that structure is not power; it's competence. That's why our society works. It's only when a structure degenerates into tyranny that the fundamental relationships between people become dependent on power. It's not power. If you hire a plumber who's likely to be male, it's not because there's roving bands of tyrannical plumbers forcing you to make that choice. And it's the case with almost every interaction that you have at the face of our culture. You're dealing with people who are offering a service of one form or another, who are usually part of the broad middle class, and what you're looking for is the person who can offer the best service.
Seriously, to me, feminism is not actually bad per se. I really understand the point this man is trying to raise. He's not trying to say that, okay, feminism is not good, but it's really wrong when you compare it. When you're comparing female to men. Don't try to let it seem as if, oh, guys are worthless or female does more things than guys. No, there's no equality in anything. I don't believe that we are all equal. We are not all equal. There are some things that guys cannot do, women can do. There are some things that women does that guys cannot do. That's my own take on this issue.
The person who can offer the best service, and you can find it. It's not a consequence of being dominated by anything that's tyrannical. And then again, our culture, our Western culture, which is by no means perfect, and certainly has tyrannical elements like all cultures do, is the least tyrannical society that's ever been produced, and certainly the least tyrannical society that exists now. This whole patriarchy thing, I think you have no idea how pernicious and dangerous it is.
Well, no, I don't. I really don't. Go on.
Throughout history have fundamentally cooperated to push back against the absolute catastrophe of existence. A terrible death rate, the probability of chronic starvation, early death, disease, the difficulty of raising children with all the death that was associated with that, and to look backwards in time and say, well, basically what happened was men took the upper hand and persecuted women in this tyrannical patriarchy. It's absolutely dreadful misreading of history. It's a terrible thing to teach young women, and it's a horrible thing to inflict upon men.
You heard that right, guys. It's very terrible. But don't have to put blame on men every time. There's one thing I noticed that it has happened several times on the internet where a woman will voice out and say, oh, this man raped me some years ago. Oh, this man did this to me. And instantly, we support the woman immediately. Both male and female, we support the woman immediately. While we bash at the man instantly without having enough evidence or proof that what she's saying is right or wrong. We don't even want to know whether she's right or wrong. As long as we've heard that, we'll jump at it as soon as possible. We'll start supporting her. Okay, let me put it in another case. What if a man is being raped? what happens? What happens in the society? What will people say? People turn deaf ears to that. People believe that, oh, men cannot be raped. They even find it absurd that why will a man be raped? So society, gives special treatment to women in some particular areas than men, and which is supposed not to be. It's not supposed to be like that. You can't just put all the blame on man. And I'm not saying that all these people that comes online to say all these things are lying. No, I'm just giving an example that what if a man is being raped? Most society don't support the man. They will still support the woman that how can she rape you, how can she do this, how can she do that. So that is it. So you don't have to put men down. Yes, I know that we women, we are struggling. I know that ladies are struggling. It's not easy to be a female, because nowadays female does mostly everything in their family. You notice that a married couple is a woman that will go to work, feed the family, take the children to school. She does almost every responsibility in the house. When it comes to paying of the bills, paying of school fees, she does mostly more than half of it. Why the man in question might not do much? And based on the fact that she's the one doing most of it, that will give us some kind of power that, oh, if I can do all these things, then there's nothing men can do. Like woman is better than man. But I understand in their own point of view, but don't generalize it that men are this, men are that. No, feminism is not bad though, but we are not equal. That's what I want to say, that we are not equal, and we should, do the right thing. So guys, that's all I have for you in this particular video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learned one or two things from this video, because I really learned a lot from his own point of view on this issue. So guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button for more reaction videos. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.